So we're just 11 days away from the Iowa caucuses as Republican voters in the state get set to weigh in on who they want to be the party's presidential nominee. GOP rivals Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis are fighting with each other, participating in back-to-back town halls this evening, while former President Donald Trump has been floating above them in the polls. So for more on this, we are joined by CBS News campaign reporter Aaron Navarro in Iowa. All right, let's start with DeSantis. He's firmly in second place, exactly where he's been since he announced that he was running for president. Are the Iowa caucuses going to be sort of his first and last opportunity to prove to supporters or people on the fence that he has the ability to move the needle, to move up in the polls? If he doesn't do something significant here, could he start to lose momentum?
Good morning, Anne-Marie. Yeah, from talking to allies of the governor, they say that at the very least, he needs to come within 10 points of former President Trump here in Iowa, which is still an uphill climb, right? When you look at the polls, you see Trump's nearly 30-point or more lead. But DeSantis has staked so much here in Iowa. He's invested so much on the ground game and just time that he's spent here. He's toured every county. He's got the endorsement from Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds. And really, it's about making sure that he can still stay viable as a Trump alternative candidate. And one ally told me that if the polls kind of end up with being on caucus night and DeSantis gets second, but it's still a 30-point gap, that's not a very reassuring sign to donors and supporters going into New Hampshire and South Carolina, where the states just look a bit tougher for him.
So the candidates now are spending all kinds of money in Iowa, including Nikki Haley with some massive ad buys. It's probably kind of the most expensive thus far. But I know she's also the target of a lot of ads. So what's her strategy with these ads? You know, what are you hearing? What does she seem to be hoping to do?
Well, yeah, DeSantis often says that he is taking the brunt of the attack ads, about $40 million. But for Nikki Haley, she has the money. She raised $24 million. Her campaign posted in this last quarter, and she also has the super PAC. And combined with the campaign and super PAC, they're now the top spenders here in Iowa in the last 2 weeks of the caucus. And that's interesting, considering that Haley has been behind DeSantis or tied with him in some polls. So it shows that she is looking to make a serious play. And as you mentioned, a lot of the ads are anti-DeSantis. Last night, at an event in Sioux Center, a voter asked DeSantis what he can do about these ads. This is an undecided voter that brought his son and essentially said they can't watch football together anymore without seeing these political ads. Take a listen to what he had to say about these ads.
But just in general, they're not about what we can do. It's about what the other person has done or can't do, it seems like, as opposed to not the reason to elect the candidate, but a reason not to elect their competitor.
And this is an undecided voter that's going to take his son to see Trump on Friday. We'll see Nikki Haley when she visits Northwest Iowa before the caucus, and says that it's just going to take seeing them and hearing from them to make a final decision.
So you mentioned Donald Trump. He's still obviously the lead candidate. But as I understand it, you know, Iowa voters and also New Hampshire voters, they really like that one-on-one time up close and personal with the candidates. That's what they expect. Donald Trump is going to be there tomorrow. These other candidates have been there for a while. What can we expect from Donald Trump?
Yeah, that's what's made this race so interesting, is that Trump has such a lead over the field despite not being on the ground or holding as many events or retail stops as these other candidates. But we can expect Trump to kind of barnstorm the state, making sure that his lead on caucus night matches what the polls have been showing. We've seen some of his surrogates come by, including South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, who held an event last night in Sioux City, and just her and drew a pretty decent crowd. So it's kind of blanketing Iowa with surrogates and himself to kind of remind his base why they support him.
Aaron Navarro, thank you so much.